everybody. Welcome. Please take your seats. My name is Philip Feinstein, and thank you all for coming to this inaugural musical about refugees in captivity. Before we get going, I'm going to ask Kathy from the Grannies community to come and do the acknowledgement to country. Kathy, where are you?
Acknowledgement of country. We acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of this land, and pay our respects to elders past and present. We acknowledge the support of Aboriginal people for asylum seekers, including the work of Wiradjuri elder Riverbank Frank, who has demonstrated outside Villawood and delivered a welcome to country to refugees over many years.
Okay, I come from South Africa. You recognise the accent? Yeah. Which I escaped from in 1972. I say escaped because the apartheid system in South Africa at that time was very, very cruel. And being someone who opposed it, I knew it was only a matter of time before I'd end up being arrested. So I do feel a little bit guilty that I left South Africa. But it was the best thing I could have done at the time for everybody, really. And then I chose to come to Aussie. I came to Australia because I knew that there was no apartheid or prejudice in Australia. Ha, ha, ha. I learned some things very, very quickly. Apart from the inhumane treatment dished out to the first people of the country, I soon learnt that migrants were also treated cruelly. I was treated well because I came from a white background. I played rugby and cricket, and English was my language, so of course I was going to be made welcome. The Chinese, the Greeks, the Italian migrants came a long time ago and were followed by Holocaust Jewish survivors. Then came the Yugoslav and Hungarian migrants, and more recently, the Lebanese and Vietnamese migrants. Many of them were given nicknames. If you think back, you know, when these people came, they were given very cruel nicknames, you know, like Wog, for example. And that was not the right thing to do. They also had to fight their way through the prejudices which should never have happened. So what finally happened to them? Well, they grew and expanded their lives to create successful businesses and create employment, become important politicians, and have a happy and stable family life as well. So finally, they became good Aussies. That is what happens to migrants who are given opportunities. But why are things so different now? In 2 weeks' time, it'll be the 2021 Refugee Week. There's all sorts of events happening. I hope you go to some of them, with many important tributes being made to refugees both in and out of detention. Today, we will be concentrating on refugees who are still behind the wire, which you'll see shortly. Still hoping that they can become free people like you and me. The big detention centre in Sydney is called Villawood, and it was given that name simply because it's in the suburb of Villawood. It has a concentration of refugees from many different countries, different religions, different ethnic backgrounds, and different approaches to life. But they do have one thing in common, and that is to be peace-loving and productive citizens of Australia. There are many people here today who have visited these refugees in detention and have learnt of their aspirations, their hopes, their fears, and their disappointments, of which there's been many. There are many people here today who have never had the privilege of conversing with a refugee or asylum seeker. Today, you will learn exactly what refugees say, exactly what they believe they stand for, of their hopes, what they're prepared to give, their aspirations in life. But you'll also learn just how hard it is with the authorities who make it so hard for them to achieve these goals. So again, I welcome you all to Hope Beyond the Wire. Behind the wire. Well, could be both, beyond the wire too. And just one small thing before we commence. The actors that you'll be seeing today are mainly amateurs who will be giving their performance the best that they can from the bottom of their hearts. Some of the actors are former refugees, while others are ordinary folk who visit refugees in detention, quite often too. So what you will see today is historical stories that have been shared. This is absolute truth. There's no fiction here today. Everything that you see today happened. It's all based on fact. So I hope you enjoy and understand the stories of hope behind the wire. I thank you for coming, and we'll get underway.
With Australia's detention centres just about filled to overflowing, life inside can be stressful. At Sydney's Villawood Detention Facility, one man's trying to make life a little easier for detainees with music, and he's calling for music programs in all detention centres. Louise Negline reports from inside Villawood Detention Centre.
Behind the harsh wire fences of detention comes an unexpected sound. Once a week, the detainees' common room becomes a stage.
Once you get going, you forget about that. You're right into the vibe of the actual music.
Philip Feinstein runs a weekly music class here in Villawood. He's been volunteering his time and talent for the past 3 years.
Okay, guys, we're going to do Stand By Me. Yes. Benny King song, famous song. I'm sure you all know it.
To run the classes, Philip Feinstein needed to find instruments. He put the call out to friends for donations and got a blast from the past.
Turns out it was my own piano from 20 years ago that I'd sold and got resold and resold, and now it's in the children's section, so I teach music on my old piano. That's a buzz in itself.
For privacy reasons, we can't identify the detainees playing in the music session, but I can tell you that there's smiles on their faces and enjoyment in their eyes.
It's absolutely essential, particularly if they're in for a longer period of time, that we look after and provide plenty of activities, physical and mental.
The response from the detainees has been enthusiastic, but so far just 6 of Australia's 22 detention centres run music classes. Philip Feinstein is thinking big, and he wants the public's help to find more instruments.
I am aiming for every single detention centre in Australia, and I'm including Christmas Island and Nauru.
A little light relief for those on the inside. Louise Negline, ABC News, Villawood.
Good afternoon, Australia. This is Rachel from Channel 6, live from the detention centre. Australians are known for their compassion and their she'll-be-right attitude, but this will rock the nation. What will Paul Sutton do now that the majority of people are questioning his judgment?
Tell the world that Australia is inhumane. Tell the Australian people that we can do good things for your country. Please put this on your news.
Do you have a special message for the Australian public?
We want our freedom. We will become good Australians and we benefit your country.
Well, the message is clear. I wonder what the government will do now.
Do you think anything was gained from our demonstrations yesterday?
We didn't gain anything. Avron was put in isolation last night. Who knows how long he'll be there for.
Hopefully the media will report accurately on what happened.
There needs to be more people demonstrating outside.
When will Rahel be visiting next?
After what happened last night, I suspect it will be a long while. I miss her badly. She is my only light and hope while I'm stuck in this hellhole. She helps me deal with my stress.
Who are these guys arriving with music instruments?
Maybe the government will allow us to play music.
Let's hope so, as music will help our stress levels.
Thank you for coming, gentlemen. Mr. Jones, please explain in a bit more detail what your plans are for the refugees.
The amount of stress that these people experience is enormous, and I believe that music can be a catalyst to reduce it. We are accomplished musicians and have had previous experience in volunteering our expertise in many places, including some jails in Sydney. I presume you have a private room where music jams can be experienced?
Yes, we do.
Well, and since you don't have any instruments here at the centre, we will procure a variety of them for you.
If you can come for a full day, once every week, we could make arrangements to accommodate you.
That's fine. I presume that we will be able to visit all sections to allow all detainees to experience the music stress relief.
Yes, but we need to keep the detainees segregated. What music will you do?
It's mostly music from the 70s, 80s, 90s. The refugees will know most of the songs.
The refugees cannot share instruments between them. So how will you handle that?
I hope to organise a piano for each section and to bring guitars and percussion instruments for the other sections. We have some instruments now, which you can put into storage.
We cannot accept guitars that have steel strings, which could be used as a weapon. All guitars must have nylon strings.
Well, if that's your rule, that's fine.
We shall also take photographs of all instruments after inspecting them for any illegal contraband.
That's fine.
We have a children's section too. Can you handle this?
There I will be doing music programs, puppeteering, stories for children and other self-esteem building modalities. I already have a working with children permit.
You will need to sign these forms and attend an induction meeting, which all visitors do before receiving clearance. Are you able to come to this?
Yes, that's fine. Meanwhile, here are the instruments today for storage.
Clear?
All good?
Yep.
See you next week.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Gentlemen, please keep these identification bracelets on at all times. Also, please note that there will be a guard present at all sessions.
That's fine.
Yep. All refugees attending will have signed in with the guard at the start. As you know, the jam sessions with men and women are normally separate, but today we are combining them.
Hello, everyone. For those of you who are new, my name is Michael Jones, and this is my partner, Andrew Kruger. We are musicians who've been given permission to visit you every week for music lessons or music jams. Each time I visit, I can either teach you how to play the piano, or we can have jams and sing-alongs. It'll be your choice. My partner, Andrew Kruger here, he will come every other week to teach you how to play guitar and also jam with you as well.
Hey everyone, my name is Andrew, as Phil just said. I'm a professional guitarist, and I'm able to show you how to play this beautiful instrument.
Today, because there are quite a few of you, I suggest a music jam where everyone can join in. On the table behind you there's various music instruments for you to use, and on your chairs, there's a list of songs to choose from, which we will play and sing. So please, just first of all, help yourself to some instruments.
Do we play some of the guitars as well?
Yeah.
I'm going to go, get that one.
Yep.
So which song would you guys like to play?
What about Stand By Me?
Ah, excellent choice. Let's do that.
Okay.
Grab a hold of some of the percussion instruments that are there to accompany.
Standing by me.
Okay, guys.
So how about The Lion Sleeps Tonight? Yeah?
Oh, that'd be good.
All right, now. Yeah, go for it, Eliza. Go for it. Wonderful.
Guys, like the last session, we've given you those sheets, keyboard sheets, that have all the notes on it, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, and are color-coded for the chords, right, that you're learning.
And Mark's going to put it on the screen for us, aren't you, Mark?
Yep.
Okay, so there we go. Works. So last week you learnt the C chord and the F chord. Today we're going to add the G chord. And if you look at the sheet over there, it's all color-coded. And because you've got those two chords already, by the way, if you can play those three chords, C, F, and G, you can actually play 90% of all music that's ever come out, you know, Rolling Stones and ABBA and all that. So get your fingers ready. We're first going to see on those sheets if you can get the chords right. I'm going to come around and have a look, see how you're doing it. So get your fingers on those sheets. We've all got the sheets. That's it, yes. Yes, the audience, you got your fingers on there? Okay. Didn't you guys get the sheets? Give me more later. Okay, so The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Chords are there. Actually, I'd like to see a couple of you come up here and just play that G chord. Who'd like to come up and play a G chord for me, please?
G chord. Okay.
Just play a G chord. That's a note, a chord. 3 fingers. Yes, sir. All right, give us a G chord. Wow, fantastic. Very good. All right, everybody, so let's go The Lion Sleeps Tonight. And you've got the chords on that sheet. C, F, C, G, over and over and over again. That was great. Well done. Beautiful. And Eliza, your dancing was fabulous. Yes?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
That was terrific.
Which countries are you from?
You cannot ask those questions.
I just wanted to see the nationalities so we could play some songs from their countries.
No, I'm sorry, but you can't ask those questions. And it's time to finish up anyway.
Okay, guys, it seems that the guard wants us to finish, so be sure you're marked off for your 2 points. That convert into $2 in the tuck shop, so you might as well head there straight away.
Yeah.
And please leave the instruments on the table, please, so the officer can pack them up. We'll see you all next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Rock and roll.
Thank you.
There's no one here by that name. Mohammed can be spelled in different ways. Well, try another way, otherwise I can't let you in.
I'm here for Ybor. Isn't he coming?
He was transferred this morning to another detention center.
But I phoned him yesterday. He didn't say anything about this.
But refugees are often transferred with as little notice as 1 or 2 hours.
Why are you searching me for drugs? I'm 64 and I've been coming here for the past 6 years. It's never been a problem before. What's the issue now?
We're just doing our job.
You're making it very difficult. I've already been in the waiting room for an hour.
It's Salam's birthday today, so I brought a small cake, and the guard took it away from me.
I'm sorry. The only items allowed inside are crisps and nuts in sealed packs.
But what about fruit? At least fruit's healthy.
No, just crisps and nuts in sealed packs.
It is very frustrating not knowing where I'll be tomorrow.
What has your lawyer said about it?
He hasn't contacted me yet for weeks, so right now I'm in limbo.
And where's Talib?
Oh, he was also transferred last week. They never tell you where a refugee is being moved. They keep moving you from one side to the other. And it's very upsetting to get up in the morning and find out that one of your fellows detainee has been taken away, probably to be deported.
And Zelko, he committed suicide last week, which left his family and all of us quite distraught.
What about counseling? Is it available for people?
Human rights hardly exist here. That's why some people stitch their lips or self-mutilate to get attention.
This will come.
It sometimes works to get attention, but self-harm is a common way of exercising their frustration towards the system.
This will come to an end one day.
Yes, and when will that happen?
Where is Raha? I thought she was coming today to visit me.
Oh, she's waiting in the car. She wasn't allowed in because she was wearing sandals instead of covered up shoes.
But I wear sandals and I can be here. I really miss her. She is a beautiful person whom I want to share the rest of my life with. It's not fair that she was not allowed to visit me. Meanwhile, my family in Iran want me to send them a photograph of me. I do not do it because I do not want them to see me the way I am. I have not told them that I am in detention. I tell them that I'm in a small town and that everything is okay. I feel embarrassed to tell them the truth, and that I'm now in a worse situation than ever before.
Detainees charged with damage to property or attempting to escape are sent to jail. I was treated in jail better than in detention. The food was good, officers were all right, even some prisoners were really friendly. I asked my lawyer if I could go back to jail because I could study there and improve my English.
I believe that they're going to allow you to have mobile phones again. Take this card under the table, mobile phone, for the one I smuggled into you the other day. But if you need to make a call to anybody, just give them a ring.
At least inside this detention center, we know where the next meal is coming from, and we are guaranteed a bed. If we finally do get released, who will advise and help us? When I came in as a 20-year-old, I never knew how to set up home, find a job, drive a car, or even how to purchase daily items.
Do the authorities expect us to suddenly know all that? To me, it sounds very stressful.
We will help you wherever we can. We've helped a lot of other people on the outside, so we'll help you too. And by the way, I forgot, they're now calling you by your name, aren't they? Rather than your registered number. That's a bonus.
Yes,
That's
that's
good.
great.
Yeah.
You know, my friend who was let out spends every day in fear. He tells me every time he sees a stranger at work or someone new in the neighborhood, he thinks it may be immigration come to check up on him.
Don't worry, through us, you'll have a lot of friends on the outside.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you.
Another issue is in basic conversation. If somebody asks me how long I've been in Australia and I was in detention, do I tell them the truth? I don't know how they'll handle it. And do I tell them I was on one of the boat people that crashed off Christmas Island where so many people died? I'd be afraid to go out in any case. Centrelink will only give us a small amount of money, so I'll be limited where I could go. By staying home, I'll create a small detention centre for myself.
There are organisations outside who will assist you.
Yeah, there are people here who do drawings of the suffering they experience, but doing that artwork is a relief for them, just like people who make music and use that as a relief. That's not much of a life.
I've been here for 9 years and I'll probably die here. Even if I do get out, I don't know anyone out there. I'm used to this being my home. At least here I'm guaranteed a bed, a meal, and some medical assistance. Maybe it is better to just stay here, perhaps.
Don't let the guard hear you say that.
I feel powerless, and I don't know what my future holds. I heard that some Australians own 2 or 3 homes. Is that true? And if so, will they help us when we get out of here?
Not always, but some Australians do have big hearts.
Anyways, it's been great talking to you. Let's go and play something, perhaps. Yeah?
Let's do that.
Yeah?
Thank you. Let's go.
Why am I still here? Please tell me why I cannot go. Why am I locked up? Am I a fool? Why can't I be free? Tell me, and why can't I be mean? And tell me why I cannot see my family. This is all we've got. We are just slaves until we rot. I'll be in this prison eternally. And after 10 years long, how much more have we done wrong? Surely you can see we want to be free. My child, she yearns for me. She counts the earth like 1, 2, 3. Why must this child suffer? Because I'm not free. You are the one. You can let my freedom come. Surely you see suffering with ongoing gloom and doom. Surely you can see you're sending us to deep wreck and ruin. Listen to the people, they know we mean no harm. Listen to the people, they have heart. Do you have one? You know my age, why keep me locked in your golden cage? Please tell me why I cannot be free. you see me lock up eternally. After 10 years on, how much more have we done wrong? Surely you can see we want to be free. My child, she yearns for me. She counts the years like 1, 2, 3. Why must this child suffer? Because I'm not free. A mother tries her best. She has no time to play and rest. They visit her to give their love and hope to me.
Time to leave. No hugging, please.
This sometimes leads detainees to retreat to their rooms to avoid observing and suffering of others.
Each story on its own is dismissed as not being very important. But when you link them all together, you recognise that the detainee's life is just filled with many cruelties and humiliations. That's one of the things that drive people mad in the detention centre.
And I think the loss of dignity cannot really be overstated. These detainees suffer so much humiliation, don't they? From the minute they wake up to the time they go to sleep again. It's just awful.
It's just awful, and I find it so cruel that we can only visit each compound for just such a short time. So cruel.
I had to ask one of the guards to step away. He was eavesdropping on our conversation.
And I heard the sad story of a child saying, Guards have taken my mommy. The fear children must go through it's devastating.
My big problem is what I say to the refugees sitting around our table. If I talk about what is happening in the outside world, some find that depressing. If we talk about their progress, that can be equally depressing. That's why we end up playing Uno, the card game.
I feel powerless every time I leave. I feel sadness, shame, anxious, and fear that my refugee friend will be deported and there'll be nothing that I can do about it. I just can't sleep at night.
My refugee friend was sobbing very badly when my husband and I left. We looked through the glass window and saw him on the floor sobbing uncontrollably.
Have you seen that one officer that's really kind and sympathetic to the refugees? He's going to have to really watch out because often the guards and the officers who are sympathetic get retrenched.
I know. Apparently one refugee child was in hospital with their mother, and one of the hospital workers kindly gave the child a chocolate bar and was immediately reprimanded by one of the security guards.
Well, it's a good thing that pretty soon we'll no longer have children in detention, but I'm still reminded of John Howard's proclamation. We will decide who comes in this country and the circumstances in which they come.
Hi, I'm Reverend Daniel Ramadan. I hope you all had good visits today.
Good as you can.
We had a mixture of people with Muslims and Hindus and others.
Are there many Sri Lankans in Villawood?
The numbers go up and down, like other faiths. But we encourage other faiths to come and pray with us with the common thread. Free us from this incarceration.
Yeah.
Refugees do often make connections with each other, don't they? But they don't last long because there's so much thoroughfare right through the centre, they don't get a chance to really bond.
Oh, here comes Raha. Hello, Raha. So sorry they would not let you in because you were wearing sandals. I spoke to Ali, who misses you so badly.
Hello. I knew Ali in Iran. Apart from being a good school teacher, he's a wonderful social worker. He encouraged girls to get their education happening. He's a great man with a big heart. Some of his family are from Egypt. I love him, but in Australia we are kept apart.
Time's up, everyone. Please move on.
Oh, God, we're just not here.
See you next week.
We all have to go.
Yeah, so sorry.
Can I get a bit of a high five from a couple of you, please? In your language, high five. Hello. Yeah. Shalom there. Yasu. Fantastic. Wonderful. Now, can we get in a bit of a semicircle there? Just a few of you move a little bit forward, but don't block me. I want to see the audience. And what we're going to do, we're going to introduce ourselves because I haven't met all of you. I only know some of you. So we're going to go around and we're going to say our name, and maybe we're going to say what our name means or even something that we've done today. So my name is Michael, and Michael means captain. And today I was walking and I was whistling. So let's start over here and just go around in the circle. Just say your name and...
Hi, I'm Kathleen and I like to sing.
Hi, my name is Anik and my name means strong and I like to watch sport on TV.
My name is Innocent and I like money. I am Anisha. I also like to read. I am Atif and today I was playing football for soccer.
My name is Kishal. My name means to inspire and I really like reading.
My name is Blessing and my name means a divine gift. And today I picked some flowers and made them into a crown. I am Fatima and I love to read. My name is Istanka. I think it means famous, and I like to play football. My name is Vilza, and my name is most beloved, and today I read a book about a bird. My name is Hamza, which means strong, so I'm learning to be strong today.
My name is Rosie, which means Rose Blessing. And I was learning how to play ball today.
My name is Charlene, and that means a soft-hearted girl.
My name is Tariq, which means morning star, and today I learned English.
Hey, well done, everybody. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I was listening to your names and I was making a few little notes here, so I'm going to make up a song about you. So, Hamza went to school today, and English lessons was the way. Fatima learned some words to say, and everyone joined in to play. Tariq got out his drawing pen, he started to draw everyone, while Antoine started to sing out loud, and everyone was in the crowd. Shadeen started to sing a tune, something about how high the moon was. A rhyming word that we had never heard. A tip, we had a special day, and then with Michael, we started to play. We started to play. What did we do? We started to play. Well done, guys. Well done, well done, well done. Now, I would like to teach you a special song, a song you're going to all become good new Australians. And this is a song that is called Advanced Australia Fair. You know it? Yes. Well, can you face out that way and sing the song? Let's go. Come on. Australia. Wow. Okay. Come back around here. Come back around here. Now, that was fantastic. And your mums and dads, I think, are here. Mums and dads, let's give them another round of applause, huh? Okay. Is my mic not working, is it? It's working. Okay. Now, do you know about there's an instrument called a kazoo? No. Well, you were given a thing before we came on today. That's the thing there, and that's called a kazoo. Now, I'm going to teach you how to play the kazoo, and then after that, we're going to break you up into groups, and you are going to become the first orchestra at this detention centre. How about that, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how you play it is, you don't blow into it, just hold it and just sort of go do, 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 do. Wow. Well, that's absolutely perfect. So we're going to break up into two groups over here. You're going to be one group, and you're going to be the other group. And I'm going to clap my hands. Now, this group over here, you're going to go do, 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 do. Hang on. And you guys are going to go do, 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 do. Okay, we're all ready to begin our part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody. This is the first ever kazoo orchestra in a detention centre in the whole world. How do you feel about that, eh? Wow. Pretty good, eh? Okay. So, you were fantastic at singing Advance Australia Fair, and you're fantastic at the kazoo. So, I don't know if we have to move on. Maybe our time is up. I don't know. Oh, hang on. Here comes the guard.
Sorry, children, but time's up.
Oh. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye. Cheers, kids. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.
Is this on?
Good afternoon. Samir, is it?
Yes, it is.
I'm pleased to meet you. My name's Alan Taylor from Taylor & Swift Attorneys, and I'll be representing you in your application for asylum.
Excellent. Thank you for coming.
Not a problem.
Government took too long to organise a lawyer for me.
Well, yes, it takes Time may have been a long time, but time is now short. So let's begin, shall we?
Well,
bear with me just one moment. Okay, yes. Okay.
Well, as you know, I'm from Iraq, and I had to leave at the height of the violence, and the government stand down.
Right. I have the date when you arrived in Australia, but can you tell me from the beginning how your journey began?
Well, I initially moved with fleet on a boat from to Malaysia.
All right, yeah.
Then to Sumatra in Indonesia.
Yep, yep.
And we paid someone to take us to Jakarta.
Okay. Before you came, did you make any contact with any of the Australian embassies?
That is impossible. I mean, there was fighting all around. Even my family's life was in danger.
I do understand. So what happened after that?
Well, as I've said, we kind of...
You went to Malaysia, to Sumatra, Indonesia, yep.
Yeah. So, and then I think trying to really survive.
Okay, so how did you manage to survive day to day?
Yeah, I managed... We're not allowed to work, so I had managed to get illegal employment.
Yeah. You managed to find a boat to bring you here to Australia?
Yes, I was very lucky that we were put in contact with a people smuggler, and they were happy to take me, but I didn't have enough money for my whole family.
Oh, that must be very, very upsetting. What was the journey like?
Well, let's just say that I was quite pleased that I left my family behind. 10 people washed aboard and died, and almost everyone was sick the entire journey.
Where is your family now?
They're in Jakarta waiting for get clearance so they can come here. I hope that happens soon.
10 minutes more only.
Okay, so what happened to your passport?
Well, the people smugglers took my passport, everyone's passport.
Do you know anyone who can verify your story? It might be a little difficult without that.
Yeah, I can try, but the authorities in detention centre make it quite difficult for me to communicate with anyone outside.
Okay, well, Samir, it's been a pleasure. I'll contact you.
Yeah, just one more time. Yeah? You know, why do people call us illegal? You know, queue jumpers, that we threw our children overboard, and also, you know, it's quite, terrorists and that kind of thing.
I know about that. I'm sorry about that. We're doing what we can for you, but we've got to wrap it up now. All the best. And once again,
thank you.
Hello, my name's Joyce Bradshaw. I'm from Taylor Swift Attorneys. I'm here to present your case to the government.
Thank you. Do I have to pay for these services?
No, lawyers do this pro bono. That means that there's no charge for you. We know the stress that refugees are under to avoid being deported back to their own country where terror reigns.
Thank you for that. See how you can do for me.
I see here from your records that you've never had an official passport, so you're stateless, is that correct?
Yes. I was born in Morocco. My parents abandoned me when I was 7. From my young life, I begged on the streets, and at some point I ended up in Libya. I have done so many odd jobs, and I never really had a house.
When did you arrive in Australia?
Since I arrived in Australia 9 years ago, I've been in detention centers. They keep moving me from one detention to the other, even though I have committed no crime.
The problem is the government have no way of verifying your story's true, so you might be here for a very long time. In fact, you might be here forever.
Surely international law will protect me?
Okay, for starters, we can apply for a TPV, which is a temporary protection visa, but that's only for 3 years, and then you won't get a passport again, so you'll be stateless.
Will United Nations protect me?
Although the Australian government has a signatory to the International Stateless Law Convention, they might not follow guidelines, and
So what
I
happened
can't
next?
really keep going on about this because I think the guard is actually listening into our conversation.
So what happened next?
Okay, look, I've brought some papers here. I've had them translated into Arabic so that you can understand the signing, okay?
That's excellent, because I know of a case that a translator provided couldn't even speak the language of the refugee.
Okay, look, I'll leave this paperwork with you for 2 weeks, okay? And then I'll be back.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I appreciate your help.
Thank
I've got no one else to turn for help.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. How do I help these refugees? What can I offer them? How can they keep their faith, knowing they'll be let down again? These people are honest and warm. They're friendly with genuine concern. Our government's just turned their backs and tries to get them to return. Australians are righteous, they're fair and give people a chance, but not like our government who won't change their stance. Australians are righteous, they're fair and give people a chance, but not like our government who won't change their stance.
Unbelievable that in December 2003, the full federal court ruled that the government could deport asylum seekers back to their original countries, even if they faced torture or death.
How do I help these refugees? What can I promise them? How do they keep their faith, knowing they'll be let down again? These people are honest and warm. They're friendly with genuine concern. Our government's just turned their backs and tries to get them to return. Australians are righteous, we're fair and give people a chance, but not like our government who won't change their stance. Australians are righteous, they're fair and give people a chance, but not like our government who won't change their stance.
So, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in detention centres, people have a real tough time there. And although music is a wonderful healer of stress, poetry is another thing again. And my friend Hadi over here, who spent a lot of time in Villawood Detention Centre, he is a poet as well, and he's going to read to you one of his poems today. I'll let him introduce himself to you.
Hi everyone, thank you and welcome everyone. I'm Hadi. I have a little bit of writing tour. The black and white and the gray light. A story of the nights for the wrong and right. In hopeless night for the endless fight. For the wrong and right. Whom we really fight? Who's really right? With no hope and light, there is no sight in black and white. Please stop the fight. Please stop the night. I'm sick of fight. I'm sick of right. I'm sick of night. I gonna stop on day and night because of fight, because of night. I'm hopeless light with no other right, with no other side. I take my right, you take my light. If you want to fight, you might be right. You might be right. I think I'm right. That's what I fight. In endless night with hopeless sight. Be brave and right, be free and fight. In endless hope, in endless night. I won't be black, I won't be white. I won't be there in endless night. With hope and light, with you, with light. Let's end this fight. I know you're right. You know my right. No hope in fight, no light in fight. Let's end this fight. Let's end this fight, and let's end this fight. Thank you.
I was very, very fortunate to meet this gentleman called Miguel, and he introduced me to a man who had written a song. This man lives in Perth, otherwise he would be here. And the song is all about refuge for a refugee, which we just don't give refuge to refugees. So, Miguel, tell them all about it.
And just checking my mic's on. At the end, there'll be a line that you can pick up and sing along with me, and I'll signal you when that happens. So, yeah, do join in. We are the lucky country, we have hearts enough to care. We can speak our minds in freedom, we have boundless claims to share. We don't deny our mateship, regardless of the cost, and our doors are always open to the lonely and the lost. Well, that was how it once was, we were proud to make the claim, but a darkening of spirit now has crept across our name. For the way we treat our weakest is what the world will see when we can't give refuge to a refugee. The world seems so much chaos, there's a shadow on the land. I search the stars for answers, and I just don't understand. When broken folk in need of help cried out for us to hear, we could have offered hope and love, instead we offered fear. The fear of drab detention, locked like dingoes in a pound. The fear of no horizon on this so-called Christian ground. And every law our country makes reflects on you and me when we can't give refuge to a refugee. Why can't we give refuge to a refugee? And the sharp eyes of the world can see just what we're coming to. We who have so much but cannot share it with the few. Reacting to the symptoms, never thinking of the cause, when it's poverty and injustice are the enemies of our soul. For the faceless, wounded spirits trapped behind the razor wire, we rally for their freedom with our consciences on fire. And our hearts become the harder and we harbour bigotry when we can't give refuge to a refugee. Why can't we give refuge to a refugee? So I fly no flag of Jesus, speak no politician's creed, but I sing the song of human beings crying out in need. And I'll sing it ever louder till all the wounds are healed, till they know our hearts are open even though their lips are sealed. We are the lucky country, we have hearts enough to care. We can speak our minds in freedom, we have boundless places to share. And we've always known compassion and rejoiced in being free. Yet we can't give refuge to a refugee. Why can't we give refuge to a refugee? Why can't we give refuge to a refugee?
This is a big day for you and Raha. And I thank you for inviting me to the wedding.
Yes, no worries. She will be arriving soon with other guests.
As I can see them arriving now.
Hello, Ali. Hello, Michael.
Hello, hello. Gee. Wouldn't it be great if you were both free to celebrate at one of our wonderful reception halls instead of being here? Congratulations, Raha. You both look magnificent.
Oh, yes. Yes. Because both of us are from Iran, many of the guests are also from Iran. And just like Raha, many of them also live outside the detention centre.
Ali, I'm a little bit confused here. This is a wedding. Where's the music?
Michael, you know that we need to follow the rules and they wouldn't allow us to bring any in.
Are you serious? Well, just watch me, my friend. Now, hang on, Ali Raha, what about some photographs? you know,
You know that we can't bring mobiles or cameras into the detention centre?
where are our guards? There's some really good guards around. It's their wedding, and they've got no photographs. Oh, you're
I can't send a picture. I can't send the pictures to them, but I can send them to you and you can pass them on.
Thank you, that's fantastic. Fantastic. Smile, guys. Hang on, I want to get amongst the couple as well. Fantastic. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, everyone, it's now time for the nuptials. Can everybody please stand around the wedding couple?
Not you.
Congratulations to you both on this special occasion. I will now ask you both some important questions. I think it's better for you to hold hands and look into each other's eyes and answer. Ali, do you give yourself to Raha to be a husband and live together when you are released from detention? In the covenant of marriage, will you love her, comfort her, honor and protect her, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Raha, do you give yourself to Ali to be his wife and to live together when he is released from detention? In the covenant of marriage, will you love him, comfort him, honor and protect him, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
That is wonderful. I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Dear guests, this has certainly been a very special day for Raha and myself, a day we will never forget. I want to thank you all for coming to our wedding and helping us celebrate. I also want to thank Michael for his music contribution, proving once again how music is a great contributor to peace and tranquility. And finally, I want to say salam alaikum to you all.
Ali and I would like to thank all you wonderful people for coming together to celebrate our wedding together with us. We thank you for your love, kindness, and for bringing joy to all of us. We hope to share with you our dream of being together as soon as Ali can get out of this place. Dalam baratan khadad shod.
It's been 7 years and I don't see an end in sight.
Really miss you. I'm going to really miss you.
In this dirty old part of Sydney, where the sun refused to shine, people tell me there ain't no use in trying. Now, my girl, you're so young and pretty, and one thing I know is true: you'll be dead before your time is due.
Watch my people in bed, they're dying. Watch their hair been turning grey. They've been working and slaving their lives away. Oh yes, I know. I've been working so hard every night and day. I've been working too. Yeah, 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 yeah. We gotta get out of this place. Come on. If it's the last thing we ever do, we gotta get out of this place. Girl, there's a better life for me and you. My girl, you're so young and so pretty. And one thing I know is true, yeah. You'll be dead before your time is due. All right, I want everyone to join in for this one. We gotta get out of this place. Let me hear it. If it's the last thing we ever do, we gotta get out of this place. Girl, there's a better life for me and you. All right, one more. I want to hear you really sing it. We gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do, we gotta get out of this place. Girl, there's a better life for me and you. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all. You've been amazing. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone, for your support. Thank you for being here. You probably realize that many of the actors are not professionals, but they're full of heart. And I think they've done really a fantastic job. They really do. And as for the kids, I mean, come on, weren't they unbelievable? So please, everybody, join me in thanking the actors who performed today. Then there are other people also involved in today's presentation as well. The musicians over here, fantastic. The sound and lighting people at the back. And of course, we can't forget the Wesley Convention Centre. They've been brilliant. They've given us this place for nothing. So if ever you want to have something happening, contact them. They're wonderful, wonderful people. And you can see what a lovely venue it is too. So now you know a lot of what happens behind the wire for people in detention. I hope you can really appreciate what refugees actually go through when caught up in this no-win situation. I personally know of refugees who've been entrapped, and that's probably the right word over here, for over 10 years in this hellhole. What would you do? What would you do if you were that person? Would you rely on legal avenues? Would you perhaps write to newspapers? The people who visit are always pushing and helping for your freedom, but very often there's a negative result. That's almost a fait accompli, that things are not going to work out well. So now, as we saw Raha walking off in the distance, away from her new husband. Even her life is held up by bureaucracy. And I hope you remember her tomorrow and the next day. And of course, remember all the refugees stuck behind the wire and I hope you invite others to see their stories. Sitting amongst you today are some successful producers and directors. I'm hoping that one of them takes over this hope behind The Wire and turns it into a successful musical or film or TV series. There is opportunity there for this. The performance today was even filmed as well, so if these producers or directors want to see it again on a film, they contact me. In fact, producers and directors, I'm waiting for your call. So before I finish, let me say that the people who want to visit refugees in detention at the moment are actually prohibited because of COVID. And many people say that COVID is a great excuse for banning visitors. At the moment, you can actually go there. I heard this only yesterday. You can actually go to Villawood and visit. You can go once a week and visit only one person. And there's a lot of people in there. That's a pretty sad situation. As it is, refugees and detainees, not many of them have been inoculated, so the risk all round is high. And as quoted in today's program, you all got a program when you walked in the door. Julian Burnside proposes other more practical solutions. Have a read of that program, it's all in there. And finally, I need to add that every penny that I make from this production will be going to refugees. 50% to refugees and refugee organisations in Australia, and the other 50% will be going to refugees from the African country of Burundi. There's actually a genocide happening there right now as we speak. On your way out today, you will find a couple of people with black buckets who will accept any donation that you wish to make. And I thank you for that. And I would now, I don't know how we're going to do this, I want all the actors, kids and all, to come up on the stage to have a final bow. Please come up. Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. Give a bow, everybody.
Philip has organised everything. He has been working with refugees all these years. He decided after, I don't know how many years, 14, 15 years, he would do a musical. He'd never done a musical. He'd never been to a musical. Never. He decided he would write a musical, and he half wrote the musical when he started to go to musicals. He then immersed himself in musicals. He wrote the music, he wrote the words. He organised the actors, he organised the stage, the theatre, he organised the musicians. He also had to withdraw some people who weren't so enthusiastic. That was a very hard part of his job. He organised all the pictures that went up the back here. He bought them, organised them, got them projected up here. He built the fence. He went to Bunnings. He bought the wire. He built the wire. He made these protection things. He made these protection things at the bottom so it wouldn't damage the stage. He rolled up the wire in his own home and brought it in his car here to the theatre. It was unbelievable what he did. So he wrote the music on his own, organised everything, had fabulous kids coming to play and sing wonderful music. He did everything, one-man show. So...
I would just like to add, because we hadn't choreographed this, we hadn't even coordinated this, so Jenny and I spontaneously decided that we couldn't let this afternoon pass without saying that this is what somebody who just has an idea and doesn't wait for anyone, he just does it. And I mean, I don't know anyone who just will not be deterred from the path that he sets himself. And you heard a lot about people with great hearts. Well, this guy, Philip, has one of the greatest hearts that we know. And can you... And can I ask you to join us for a standing ovation for pulling this off?
And thanks to these guys as well. It couldn't have happened without these wonderful actors on the stage and the people who helped. So well done to you guys.